Pete Buttigieg did an interview with NPR where he spoke about men and women's sports. And I want to take a look at that with you guys right now.
When President Trump says something like no boys and girls sports, which is a phrase that they use, it sounds like you're not signing on to that.
I think that chess is different from weightlifting, and weightlifting is different from volleyball, and middle school is different from the Olympics. So that's exactly why I think that we shouldn't be grandstanding on this as politicians. We should be empowering communities and organizations and schools to make the right decisions.
As a man and a father, Pete Buttigieg, I question him, right? I question his fortitude. I question his masculinity. I question him as the head of his household. If he thinks there's any wiggle room on a grown man competing against a girl, then I have no respect for you. There's really no conversation left to have. This is an 80-20 issue, okay? In a New York Times Ipsos poll, you can look at any poll, you can slice or dice it, 80-20 issue. For some reason, the Democrats, whether it's lobbying, whether it's other forces at play, whether it's the top Democrat elite donors, some of whom will never know their names. But for some reason, the Democrats refuse to come to the middle and have some common sense on this. And the Democrats continue to couch this as a culture war issue, as something that's not a big deal. I call a bunch of buffoonery, tomfoolery, and malarkey. And Pete Buttigieg, I'm going to have my foot on your neck every day between now and 2028 because you're thirsty. You're thirsty to run for president. And I don't think you should be anywhere near the White House if you can't condemn men and women's sports. I actually think you would catch fire as a folk hero if you came out and said, you know what? No men and women's sports. If you came out and you said, you know what? We're not going to have men and women's sports, people would respect you. They would actually say, you know what, this guy is speaking some truth, but you refuse to do that and you look like a joke, and it's why you should not be anywhere near the White House.